Good evening, and welcome everyone to the Pennsylvania Legal Awards. I'm Hank Greslak, Editor-in-Chief, Original Brands, Legal Themes, and Law.com. Now, this year's ceremony might look and feel a bit different from years past, but our commitment to recognizing excellence among members of Pennsylvania's distinguished legal profession remains unchanged. During this event, you'll hear about lawyers who've made an impact, as innovators at their firms or organizations, as formidable litigators in court, as dealmakers, and in many other important and impactful ways. You'll also be hearing directly from a number of our honorees. We thank them for taking the time to share their insights with us. Throughout the awards ceremony, we will be announcing this year's 3 Impressive Attorney of the Year finalists before introducing the winner at the conclusion of the evening. Now, joining me tonight are Max Mitchell, Pennsylvania Bureau Chief, Christy Rurik, Magazines and Supplements Editor for the Legal Intelligencer, and Zach Needles, Editor-in-Chief for Law.com. Thank you for joining us, and congratulations to all this year's honorees.
Hello, I'm Christy Rurik, Magazines and Supplements Editor. To kick things off, we will start with the awards for lawyers on the fast track. Congratulations to the following honorees: Asima Ahmad, Blank Room; Adelu A. Bakari, McNeese, Wallace & Nurick.
Hello, my name is Adi Bakari, and I practice at McNeese, Wallace & Nurick in Harrisburg. I want to thank the Legal Intelligencer for this humbling award, as well as thank my fiance, my parents, my family, friends, and colleagues, all of whom put me in position to succeed in this profession every day. To answer the question of what lawyers must do to leave a mark on the profession in light of changes throughout 2020, I think we have to understand that practicing law is going to require more adaptability in the future. We place a lot of value on the traditions of our profession, but we need to separate the traditional values, which should not change, from our traditional methods, which must evolve if we are going to best serve our clients in the ever-changing future.
Chrissy Barba, Ballard Spar; Julie Burson, Klein; Alexander Bowerman, Hogan Lovells; Corrine Brennan, Claire Harrison; Stephanie Burt, EQT Corporation; Rafael Castro, Law Offices of Eric A. Shore; Aurelia Chaudhary, Berger Montague; Jillian T. Flax, Cozen O'Connor; Julie Goldenberg, Morgan Lewis and Bacchius; Jennifer Hermansky, Greenberg Traurig; Ernest D. Holtzheimer, Montgomery McCracken Walker and Rhodes; Sherry R.W. Johnson, Stradley Ronan Stevens and Young; Jason A. Levine, Hangley Aronchik Siegel Pudlin and Schiller; Melissa Martinez, Saul Ewing Arnstein and Lear; Catherine Ivera Christian McGee, Dwayne Morris; Joel Mitchell, Blank Rome; Mira R. Modi, McNeese, Wallace & Nurick.
I am Mira Modi, and I'm honored to be recognized as a 2020 lawyer on the fast track. I am thankful for the guidance of my mentor, Steve Girash, and the support of my husband and kids, who have allowed me to be dedicated to my career and clients. I am also grateful to McNeese, Wallace & Nurick for nominating me for this award and for giving me the opportunities it has. I'm inspired each day by our clients that are working hard and tirelessly to build growing, thriving businesses, even in a pandemic. With law practice changing in 2020, it is even more important to stay connected to our clients. Lawyers can continue to leave their mark on the profession by remembering our most important role, that of a trusted advisor. Now more than ever, it is important to be proactive and check in on our clients. Leaving a mark on the legal profession doesn't require making national news. It can be as simple as calling your client and reassuring them that you are there for them no matter what.
Jennifer A. Santiago, Wapner Newman; David Strew, Schneider Harrison Siegel and Lewis; Kevin Sweeney, Chamberlain Herdzika. Mark D. Titici, Figure Drinker, Biddle and Reed. And Dominique Ward, Lincoln Financial Group. Next up, we will honor the distinguished leaders, recognizing lawyers and legal professionals who achieved impressive results in the past year and demonstrated clear leadership skills that helped them achieve these results. The honorees are Robert Abramowitz, Morgan Lewis and Bacchius, for his work as an innovator in the employee benefits and ERISA fields. Eric Williams, Saul Ewing Arnstein and Lear, for his role as a skilled leader both in galvanizing litigation teams and in vaulting through the ranks of firm management. Alan H. Zuckerman, Blaster Greenberg, for being an instrumental voice in reorganizing the leadership at his firm. Shauna Ittrey, Seeger Weiss, for playing a leading role in multiple false claims settlements over the past year. Martin Black, Deckert, for his success trying cases last year, notching wins both before juries and an international arbitration panel. And last but not least, Gary Sams, Obermeyer, Redmond, Maxwell, and Hipple, for playing a leading role in litigation fallout after Philadelphia's Hahnemann Hospital announced plans to close. Congratulations to all of our distinguished leaders.
Thank you. I am honored and humbled to be recognized this evening as a distinguished leader by ALM. There is a very select and talented group of lawyers being recognized this evening. It is indeed special to be considered one of them. I have been an underdog all my life, and it is because of this that I believe I have been very effective in representing my clients. We treat every case as if you are the underdog, and we fight hard for all of our clients on each and every matter so that they can accomplish all of their personal and professional dreams without interruption. We are lucky to be surrounded by a team of great attorneys, great staff, with a great firm that allows us to address the needs of every single one of our clients, and I appreciate them, and I appreciate this award again. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Max Mitchell, Pennsylvania Bureau Chief. Our next category is for the Attorney of the Year. There are 3 finalists for this category, and we'll say a few words about each finalist before announcing our 2020 Attorney of the Year at the end of tonight's ceremony. Firstly, congratulations to finalist Emily Baker White, Plainview Project. While investigating a police brutality claim as a federal defender in Philadelphia, Emily Baker White came across a racist meme shared publicly on Facebook by a police officer. That led Baker White to develop a database of offensive materials posted and shared by police called the Plainview Project, which has helped push forward a national conversation about policing in America that has only become more salient today. Moving on to our next category for Best Law Firm Mentors. This award honors those more senior attorneys who have taken it upon themselves to prepare the next generation of legal talent. First, we recognize Joseph Stampone Law, who was nominated for his commitment to mentoring anyone and his unique ability to recognize changes and modify his approach to fit the situation. William A. Kowalczyk Jr., O'Connor Law, is honored as Best Mentor for the brutal honesty he brings to his role and for his willingness to make himself available no matter the question, issue, or topic. Meredith Slaw, Cozen O'Connor, for her fierce determination to sponsor junior lawyers and open doors to business development and visibility opportunities regardless of seniority. We would also like to recognize Nancy Shane Rappaport, DLA Piper, for her determination to maximize the talents of young women associates and creating professional programs to help strengthen their communication, marketing, and presentation skills. Congratulations also to Ruth Ann Gordon, Berger Monte, for tirelessly helping young attorneys develop much needed soft skills, such as establishing strong relationships with co-counsel and developing their voices within the firm, which help lawyers to become future leaders. Our next award goes to our unsung heroes, recognizing attorneys and legal professionals who may have gone unnoticed for or were instrumental behind the scenes in particularly important work. Congratulations to Tyler Marandola and David Wolfson, Dwayne Morris, for their combined work in representing and helping to secure asylum for transgendered women being housed at federal facilities in Texas. Kathleen Kotula, Pennsylvania Department of State, Office of Chief Counsel, for being a legal stalwart as her office handles all aspects of election law at both the state and federal levels. Karen O'Donnell, Stark & Stark, for her national lectures to attorneys on trial techniques, personal injury law, and litigation, her speeches to union members about protecting their rights, and her talks to students and organizations about putting an end to distracted driving. Deborah Cravendam, Conrad O'Brien, for her work quickly becoming an integral member of the firm's Title IX team and developing her own book of business within the federal E-rate program.
Hi, I'm Zach Needles, Editor-in-Chief of Law.com. Our next award honors attorneys who, through their advocacy, made a significant impact in 2019 on public policy, legislation, or jurisprudence in Pennsylvania. I'd like to congratulate our two honorees. Mike Berry of Ballard's Bar, for his representation of Amazon in a complex wiretapping case that spun out of rapper Meek Mill's high-profile legal battle with Philadelphia's criminal justice system. And Joel Bolstein of Fox Rothschild, for his work overseeing the Pennsylvania Human Relations Commission, including enacting a policy change that allows LGBTQ individuals to file discrimination claims. Our next award is for in-house impact, and we will be recognizing both individual members of legal departments as well as an entire legal team who had significant accomplishments in 2019. Congratulations to Chris Ashiotis of Pilot Freight Services, who was nominated for his work developing a global trade compliance program and leveraging existing internal resources to establish an internal investigations team. Jocelyn Hill of Consolidated Rail Corporation, Conrail, for her work acting as the public face of the company, spearheading high-profile transactions and developing lasting relationships with elected officials at all levels of government. OGC Cheney University Legal Action Team, for its work successfully helping school officials monetize campus assets at a time when the university faced low enrollment and financial woes. Our second finalist for the Attorney of the Year is Tom Klein of Klein Inspector. Over the past 40 years, Klein has made a home for himself in the courtroom, winning multi-million-dollar awards in each decade going back to the 1980s. Last year, he spent more than 20 weeks on trial, and after winning $121 million in verdicts for women suffering injuries due to defective pelvic mesh, he scored an $8 billion verdict on behalf of a boy injured as a result of taking the antipsychotic drug Risperdal. Setting civil court records across the state, the verdict also sent a message.
Hi, I'm Tom Klein. In 2019, I spent 21 weeks in City Hall, in 3 courtrooms, in front of 3 judges and 3 juries, in cases which resulted in 3 jury verdicts against the manufacturers of a prescription medication and 2 medical devices. The trials resulted in 2 jury verdicts of 8 figures and 1 10 figures, all involving the imposition of punitive damages. The lasting impact on the law is that each of the verdicts of these 3 juries, one reported by the Legal Intelligencer as a landmark, is that they are themselves a ratification of the importance and sanctity of the jury trial in American jurisprudence, stretching back to the beginning of the Commonwealth and the dawn of the common law. These 3 jury verdicts ratify our reliance on open courts and the fundamental principle that our citizenry decide disputes which affect all of our lives. The cases combined involved the rights of thousands of women and children who were terribly and wrongfully injured. This is the work I've done for 40 years in courtrooms as envisioned by our founding fathers in the Pennsylvania and the United States Constitutions. It is the backbone of our democracy. Every jury trial is part of the tapestry of this cherished right all of us must, every trial, reaffirm to. My commitment to this fundamental right can be found on the walls and on the floor of the Klein Institute of Trial Advocacy, where Article 1, Section 6 of the Pennsylvania Constitution is inscribed in that building. The right to trial by jury shall be as heretofore, and the right thereof remain inviolate.
Our awards for legal innovators recognizes creative and inspiring approaches and forward-thinking individuals. Congratulations to Hannah McPhelan, Troutman Pepper, for her use of technology in representing GoPuff, including taking a hands-on approach to customize the firm's technology suite to meet the client's needs. And from DLA Piper, both Joe Kernan and Fade Riaz, for their work creating DLA Innovation Boost, which allows attorneys to coach, mentor, and represent emerging growth companies. Our next award is for the most innovative law firms. I would like to congratulate the following firms for their innovation: McNeese, Wallace, and Nurek for its diversified business model, the launch of the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Esports Association in 2019, and the creation of an in-house video studio.
Hello, I'm Brian Jackson, Chair of McNeese, Wallace & Nurek. On behalf of our firm, I'd like to thank the Legal Intelligencer for this distinguished honor. It is a meaningful recognition of our firm's work as we strive to anticipate and meet our clients' ever-evolving needs. Work that was critically important during the pandemic. Innovation is a crucial component of our firm's strategic plan, and our people will speak best about some of our innovation efforts.
Futures Committee 2030.
Ancillary businesses.
Legal project management.
The Pennsylvania Interscholastic Esports Association.
Summer associate collaboration training.
In-house video capabilities.
We dedicate this award to Mark Van Blargen, who was our vice chair and member in charge of innovation. Mark was very proud of this award, is our entire McNeese family. Thank you.
Troutman Pepper for deploying a suite of technology solutions for its client, GoPuff, a digital convenience store service, and for an extensive electronic client feedback survey. And Reed Smith for launching a series of innovative enhancements to expand its Associate Life program. Congratulations to our 3 honorees. Moving on to our Litigation Departments of the Year, where we recognize firms for the important matters they worked on and the impressive results they achieved for their clients, as well as in advancing the law in 2019. The winner of the Litigation Department of the Year goes to Carlson Lynch for their multi-million-dollar settlements and appellate wins in cases involving data breach litigation, class action lawsuits, and privacy lawsuits.
On behalf of our firm, we would like to thank the Legal Intelligencer for recognizing Carlson Lynch as Litigation Department of the Year.
When the system fails an employee, consumer, or citizen whose rights have been violated, Carlson Lynch is here to uphold justice.
2020 has been an unprecedented year and has brought about many changes in the litigation industry.
While we're less connected physically, our team continues to provide quality service and expertise to the people that matter most to us, our clients. We anticipate more changes to come and look forward to facing them head on.
Congratulations to our incredible team of attorneys and staff who continuously pursue justice for men, women, and children around the country.
Thank you from all of us at Carlson Lynch.
Congratulations also to finalists Meyer, Unkovic, and Scott. The winner of the Litigation Department of the Year for class actions is Kessler, Topaz, Meltzer, and Check for its work leading some of the largest securities class actions pending in the country and securing numerous class action lawsuits on behalf of investors in 2019. And Swartz Campbell is the winner of the Litigation Department of the Year in Professional Liability for their focus on successfully defending lawyers and other professionals against malpractice claims.
Our third finalist for the Attorney of the Year is Brian McMonigal, Perry. Brian McMonigal is no stranger to handling high-profile cases. He's counted comedian Bill Cosby, Philadelphia Councilman Bobby Heenan, and former Amtrak conductor Brian Bastian as his clients. But in 2019, he faced one of his most complex cases, the prosecution involving hip-hop star Meek Mill. Throughout 2019, McMonigal led a team of attorneys in a contentious fight to overturn the rapper's conviction, which spurred numerous additional legal fights and threw Philadelphia's criminal justice system into the national spotlight. Our next award is awarded to the most effective dealmakers. Congratulations to the following honorees. Kristen Wells, Reed Smith, for her thoughtful and creative solutions that led to numerous deals being closed throughout 2019, including one involving the parent company of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Paul Jascott, Holland & Knight, for his work building a significant corporate and M&A practice and representing a wide array of clients, from emerging enterprises to Fortune 100 companies. Christopher Thel, Dentons, Cohen & Grigsby, for leading his team that represented clients in more than 20 transactions, with an aggregate deal value of more than $1.1 billion. Deborah Hong, Stradley, Ronan, Stevens, and Young, for her strategic thinking, practical problem solving, and effective communication that clients have come to rely on. Michael Fertone, Klein, for his work successfully guiding numerous clients through multi-million-dollar investments and acquisitions.
Now we would like to recognize those who have left a lasting imprint on the legal community for their lifetime achievement. Paul Rosen, Spector Gadden Rosen Vinci, for leaving an indelible mark on the Pennsylvania legal community as a nationally recognized Dean of the Commercial Litigation Bar. Mary Lou Watson, Fox Rothschild, for being a leading authority on intellectual property law and having risen above the unique obstacles faced by African American women. Bernard Lee Cozen O'Connor, for having been a critical force behind many of Philadelphia's most transformative projects over the past 40 years. Alan Feldman Shepard, Wogelernter, Tanner, Weinstock, Dodig, for his more than 40 years litigating cutting-edge legal issues and making a significant imprint on products liability law both in Pennsylvania and nationally. Howard Scher, Buchanan, Ingersoll, and Rooney, for having won significant verdicts, including claiming wins at the U.S. Supreme Court.
The Army McCarthy hearings were held at Fort Monmouth, New Jersey in 1953. I was 8 years old. My immigrant grandparents, my mother, and I watched those hearings intently for two reasons. One, Fort Monmouth, New Jersey was only 3 miles from Red Bank, where my grandparents' home was. And two, many of the victims of Joseph McCarthy's witch hunt had been scientists and engineers at Fort Monmouth, and now their lives had been turned upside down by the insinuations of Joseph McCarthy. They were now picking up jobs as electricians and plumbers, and some of them were given jobs by my grandfather in his home. I watched the beginning of the end of Joseph McCarthy on TV as Joseph Welch, counsel to the Army, stopped Joe McCarthy in his tracks when Joseph McCarthy was about to accuse a colleague of his, a young lawyer who had belonged to a left-leaning organization while in law school. And Joseph McCarthy was going to ask questions insinuating that this young lawyer was somehow implicated in some communist plot. Well, Welch stopped him in his tracks. At long last, have you no sense of decency? I will not discuss this further with you. That exchange began the rapid decline and demise of the Joseph McCarthy witch hunt. I wanted to be Joseph Welch. Speaking truth to power to achieve justice was my goal. Becoming a Philadelphia lawyer has given me the opportunity to achieve that goal. My most meaningful work has been for various nonprofits, including Philadelphia's JEVS Human Services, which helps all people achieve actualization through work. And I am privileged to work with the Pennsylvania Innocence Project, helping our justice system avoid wrongful convictions, exonerate the wrongfully convicted, and when we're successful, transition those people to a life after prison. I continue to believe in our imperfect justice system because, at its best, it protects the powerless from the powerful, and that's what lawyers do. I am honored by and grateful for this award. Thank you.
Philip Carter, Chamberlain Herdlicka, for his commitment to the business and legal community during his career and handling numerous first impression issues as a tax litigator. H. Amos Goodall, Steinbacher, Goodall, and Uchek, for his work on improving the elder law bar and his focus on helping the poor, prisoners, the disabled, widows, and the elderly. Ronald Levine, Post and Shell, for his work at the forefront of issues facing the white-collar bar and handling some of the most complex cases in the state. Dave Pusateri, McGuire Woods, for his role establishing his firm, McGuire Woods, as a dominant force in his hometown of Pittsburgh. Terry Ficken Sachs, counsel to the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, for serving as a leading figure on Pennsylvania's appellate bar before being selected by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court to serve as its primary legal advisor and liaison.
Our next category recognizes our Law Firm of the Year finalists. Before I announce the winner, let's talk about each of the three finalists. For their work knocking out an appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court, closing a $510 million sale of a longtime client, getting the Pennsylvania Supreme Court to hear an appeal in a high-profile legal malpractice case, and clinching a Second Circuit win against banks accused of aiding in the 9/11 attacks, among other things, Cozen O'Connor. Our second finalist, Troutman Pepper, for its innovative use of AI-powered tools like HotDocs and Black Boiler, and its efforts rolling out an extensive electronic client feedback survey aimed at improving communication with attorneys, promoting accountability and transparency, and creating better value for its clients. And finally, Reed Smith, for their work in numerous high-profile litigations, including the battle between healthcare giants Highmark and University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, representing a company wrapped up in the Mueller investigation, and for their work winning a new trial for embattled hip-hop star Meek Mill. Congratulations to all three firms. And the winner of the Law Firm of the Year goes to Cozen O'Connor.
I will now announce the Attorney of the Year, and the winner is Emily Baker White for her work developing the Plainview Project. A year before our country erupted in protests, Emily Baker White's project exposing social media posts that undermine police trust within the community helped to fuel a long overdue national conversation about police accountability and criminal justice reform. Congratulations to winner Emily Baker White.
Thank you so much to the Legal Intelligencer for this honor. Looking back, I want to use this moment to thank some of the mentors that I most look up to as excellent advocates and also as excellent people. Judge Gerald McHugh of the Eastern District of Pennsylvania, retired Judge Nancy Gertner and Professor Noah Feldman at Harvard Law School, Marcia Chatlin and Monica Bell at the Harry S. Truman Foundation, and Sean Nolan and all of the excellent attorneys at the Capitol Habeas Unit of the Federal Public Defender. Looking forward, my short legal career so far has taught me that your 5-year plan and your 10-year plan will not work out the way you planned them. But wherever I end up in the next 5 or 10 years, I will aim to carry forward the lessons that my mentors have taught me, to prioritize conviction, integrity, and hard work over promises of money or prestige, to be diligent in challenging my own assumptions, and to always treat all people with dignity. Again, thank you so much to the Legal Intelligencer for this great honor.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the Pennsylvania Legal Awards for 2020. Thank you to all our sponsors, finalists, and for all of our attendees watching virtually tonight.